Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another deck profile today, and today we're going to take a look at Genesis format for Yu-Gi-Oh! And the deck we're going to be showcasing here today is going to be for Blackwings. Now, there's probably a couple other deck profiles out there, and if you guys seen my previous Blackwing deck from a couple years ago, it's pretty much been that but converted over to Genesis format with the point system and everything. And the point system kind of reminds me of the Canadian Highlander for Magic format, where they use points for certain cards, and they balance it around that rather than a particular ban list. But I thought I'll give them a try to the format. I haven't really played too much of it, but I wanted to kind of show you guys my take on a deck that I think fits pretty well into the format. I don't think it's the best deck in the format, but I definitely think it can compete a lot better in this format than it can in your traditional or at least the current format, the current meta right now. So what we're going to take a look at is we're going to go through the deck profile. I'm not going to show any combos really in this video. There's a bunch of combo videos out there. And so I just want to mostly focus on card choices and explain some of the card choices and give you guys some ideas how you can build this deck and how you can run it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so I'm just going to go through the core of the deck, I would say, and then we'll talk about certain cards. We'll talk about point breakdown and everything. Before I forget, this deck is built around the 100 point mark, which is what I think Konami is going to do to kind of balance out the format. Is they're going to focus on 100 points. Obviously, your locals can increase or decrease that amount of points. It's up to them, but I think the format and the way that Konami has positioned some of the points for certain cards, I think they're going to focus mainly on 100 points. So outside of that, let's jump into it. Okay, so first card we got here is Zonda. I want to talk about this card just a little bit. This card is kind of just a filler right now. It can be anything that you really want. Namely, this card is going to be used with Veda. You go if you don't have a Zephyros, or if you drew your Zephyros, you can go Veda, dump this, and then synchro into a Blackwing Dragon. So that's the main thing this card is used for. You don't normal summon this, you don't special summon it. It's just mainly as a Foolish Burial target for Veda. Get it into your grave, banish this, then you can summon out a Simoon from deck as a extra body. That's all it really does. It doesn't really do anything else. So you only need one copy if you even play it. You don't necessarily even need it. All right. Next off, you got triple Simoon, pretty staple there. Triple Sutri, and then we have triple Shamal. One Zephyros here. Zephyros does cost points. It's 13 points right now. So right now we're just sitting at 13 points. We also have triple Veda. We have double Chinook. Chinook is kind of a pseudo hand trap, but obviously it only works really well on if you have your board set up. Otherwise, it doesn't. You don't really need to. You could just cut. You can even cut this down to one. I have the space right now, so I'm just playing the two. But I suppose Chinook and Zonda kind of serve the same purpose because they're just basically fodder for Veda to dump to the graveyard. Same thing with Harmontan. What I like about Harmontan is it's also searchable, and you can use it as an extender. It can special summon itself as long as you control another Blackwing monster, and it can change its levels, so it kind of does some kind of unique things there. So you can go something like this. You can cut these two cards out if you wanted to, and then just play that for the Veda target. Because generally, these three cards right here, in combination with Veda, is what you dump to bring out Blackwing Dragon. So you can either dump these two or these three cards, or you can also do that, right? You can do these three here, any combination of that. Sometimes you draw your Zephyros and then you have to do something like this, which kind of sucks. So in that particular case, right, if you draw Zeph, then you would want to just do this instead. Just do the Zonda and the beta for the dumping effects. And then last off, for the two monsters we got, let me kind of just fix this up over here. We have the one of Shardnag, I think was his name. Basically, it's just an extender and a disruption. It special summons itself when you have 2,000 attack point monster or more on the field. When it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to pop a card on the field. So it's kind of nice disruption there. Searchable, obviously, so why not? And then Roshi here, the one of, you use this to mainly make Red Hot Archfiend. That's all you really do. So just a level 1 tuner, and that's it. All right, so far we only have used 13 points, and so let's go ahead and focus on the rest of the deck here. For the rest of the monster lineup, we have triple Droll and Lockbird, triple Veiler, 2 Raiden, the Kaiju, and then 1 Assault Synchron. So I kind of want to talk about this right here and the reason why I kind of chose the cards I chose here, right? So Veilers are 7 points each, Droll and Locks are 5 points each, Synchron is 5 points. So if you take a look at it, you have about, this right here is 20 points plus 21, so that's 41 points right there, plus the 13 that we had from Zeph. But let's explain the reason why I chose these particular cards to play. So in combination of this, I want to talk about this card right here, Small World, right? So they all kind of work in tandem together. So in the original builds that I have, I generally use Bistro cards to kind of act as a bridge for Small World. Unfortunately, the Bistro cards are like 30 points each, Mammoth and Druid Swarm and the other dragons. So they kind of take up too many points, so we decided to just try to figure out a different bridge for the deck to kind of function without, totally not being playable anymore. So Small World's free, so it's really nice, and obviously your main target for Small World is going to be for searching for some Moon or a Sutri. So those are your two main targets. Any card in your deck that when you open up with Small World, you're trying to get these two cards to start off your combo, right? So let's explain how this works. So I like Veiler as a hand trap, namely because it is like an imperm, but it's half the points of imperm. Imperm's 13 points, Veiler is only 7. You can also get, you can also use Fufulos if you wanted to. I think Fufulos is also 7 points. But the reason why I chose Veiler over Fufulos is because Veiler can act as a bridge in this deck for Small World. Same thing with Droll and Lockbird. Both Droll and Lockbird and Veiler, excuse me there, both of these can actually act as a bridge for any card in your deck. And how that works is you can activate Small World. Let's say you open up Veiler and Small World, right? You can activate Small World, reveal Veiler, and then you can banish an Assault Synchron from deck, and then basically get any Blackwing monster you want that's not level 2. Because Assault Synchron, the only thing it shares with Blackwings is that it's a Dark type. And it's a obviously a zero defense points with some. So those are two main restrictions, that you can search for any Blackwing monster that isn't level 2 or have a 0 defense. And I think there's only one card. You can't search Veda, I think. Basically is the only main contention there because they share 2 properties. But, and obviously Shamal here, so Shamal is a 0 defense. But you can search for any other Blackwing monster, and obviously Samoon and Stutri, they don't share anything else other than being Dark type with Assault Synchron. So you can go Small World, Veiler, reveal Assault Synchron from deck, and then add any of the 2 Blackwing monster. Same thing with Droll and Lockbird. You can go Small World, Droll and Lockbird, reveal Assault Synchron, and grab whatever you need. So that's the main purpose of Assault Synchron. Assault Synchron basically turns your hand traps into usable targets for Small World. So there is a potential to play maybe more than 2 or more than 1 Assault Synchron. But right now I'm having a little bit of points issues, and I think just 1 right now is working okay. So that's kind of nice. in that particular sense that Assault Synchron bridges into anything. And also, if you drew Assault Synchron, you can also go Small World, Assault Synchron, into a reveal a Rhydon from deck, and then grab any Blackwing monster you want. So Rhydon is the singular best Small World target in the or Small World bridge and target in the whole. Well, I would say bridge rather than target, but single best bridge in the whole deck because you can turn any of your Blackwing monsters into any other Blackwing monster that you want. So you go Small World, I don't know, revealed Orochi from hand, then get Rhydon from the deck, and then add Simoon. Just because Rhydon, the only thing it shares in properties or attributes is that the fact that it's dark. None of our Blackwing monster are level 7, and then obviously the attack points, none of them are 2,800, none of them are 2,500 defense. So it's kind of like the best case right there, right? So if you drew Rhydon, you can also go Small World, Rhydon, Banish, Assault Synchron, and then grab a Simoon. So as you can kind of see, that's kind of like your main play there. These act as hand traps, but they can also be bridged into your other Blackwing monsters with Small World, and these are basically your bridges there, your Assault Synchron and your Rhydon. So there is a argument to maybe play more Assault Synchrons. Right now, like I said, I just don't have the points and the room right now in the deck. Assault Synchron is also really nice in this deck, right? So you can special summon it, acts as level 2 tuner. Sometimes you tribute your you can tribute your Black Feather Dragon. If Assault Synchron's in the graveyard, you tribute that dragon. You can banish this to special summon the dragon again. Or if a dragon monster in your field or Dragon Synchro, I think is just banished or whatever, you can always banish this from the graveyard and then bring it back. So it's kind of neat graveyard effect, good hand effect, good bridging. Overall, just I think a fantastic card to put into the deck. But yeah, that's basically the monster lineup right there. As for the rest of the spells and traps, we'll just go ahead and go through it real quickly here. We have triple Small World, 3 Allure, 3 Wing, and 2 Feather Whirlwind, and then 1 Shadow. So Allure does cost points. Allure is 5 points each, so you have 15 points here. And so the reason why I like playing Allure is because it's just nice to get rid of dead cards in your hand. Sometimes you draw Rhydon that you don't need, or you draw some, extra Simoon or something like that, right? That you don't need in your hand. So you can try to convert those cards into something else. It's just nice in that particular sense. It just converts dead cards into something else. Even though it's 5 points, I think it's worth it for the consistency of the deck and just to kind of unbrick yourself. So I think Allure of Darkness does have a spot here. Triple Whirlwind and 1 Whirlwind, or triple Black Whirlwind and 2 Black Feather. I think the reason I play 2 Black Feather here is because you need 2 if you want to go quote-unquote full combo, or it makes it easier to go full combo when you have 2 Black Feathers. So you can get out triple Assault Dragon if you wanted to. It makes that a lot easier. But it is super searchable, so if you don't need it, then you can just play the 1 of instead. But yeah, that's just the main deck there. So we really don't have that much room for or points for hand traps, but I basically spent most of the points on the main deck and then a couple of points on the extra deck. So let's talk about the extra deck real quick. So we have one, Ami Maru, I think it's the card. This is a level 12 Blackwing monster. I never really used it before, but I've seen some lists have it, so I want to give it a shot. Basically, its main relevance is that it's a level 12, so you can kind of make it with basically, like you can make it with a Borastorm and nothing, or you can make it with a Blackwing dragon with a Sutri or something like that. So, it's just a level 12, 3k, 2000 beat stick. The best portion of the effect is the secondary one, or I guess the third effect, where it gains 3000 attack points during the damage step if you use only synchro monsters to make it. So ideally, you make it with using, sorry, not this card, Borastorm here somewhere. You either make it level 4 or you make it level 6. If you go level 6, you go this and nothing, or you go with a, if you made it level 4, you can go Blackwing Dragon and Borastorm to make the Orimarus. But that's just kind of like an extra card. It's not really part of the core strategy, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. If you don't have this card, you can just play something else. Okay, we have triple Assault Wing Dragon here. I'm not going to really explain too much about it. You know, if you want to look up how to, put 2 to 3 of them on the field, there's plenty of videos out there to do so. Then you have one Full Armor Master, one Dissipator. Dissipator, a little bit more worse because we don't have any bestial cards, but you can still make this card fairly easy in the deck. You have, your couple of different Dragon Synchros. You have Blackwing Dragon, you have Red Heart Archfiend to make it, and overall it's still a very good card. Speaking of which, we have one Hot Red, one Silver Scent. This card is just namely used with Shadow. Gonna make sure that if you activate Shadow, you don't chain it. You make sure it's on Chain Link 1 because this can miss time. So just be careful of that. One Draco Berserker, 2 Blackwing Dragon, 1 Nothing, 1 Borastorm, and then 1 Arc Rebellion and Raider's Knight. So for those who don't know what Raider's Knight and Arc Rebellion does, you just need 2 level 4 Dark Monsters. You go, let's say you get 2 Sutries on the board, go Arc Raider's Knight, use its effect, and you slap on top an Arc Rebellion, and Arc Rebellion's effect activates and negates everything on the field, gains all those attack points, and you basically one-shot someone with this thing. So it basically is just a cheese. If you don't one-shot someone with this, and you end the turn, it can survive by its own effect. Normally, Raider's Knight's effect would destroy Arc Rebellion, but because Arc Rebellion has its own self-protection effect, it will stick on the board, and so you can do it again next turn if you wanted to. So that's basically it for the extra deck. Nothing too fancy. I mean, the deck hasn't really changed all that much, but I think this version of the deck is kind of cool to be able just to play a bunch of Assault Wing and basically tax your opponent for every effect they use, and this deck's very good at that. Okay, side deck, kind of those things that I really don't know what to expect right now in the format, so I kind of threw together a side deck that basically costs 0 points. So this deck right now is 99 points, and I'll pull out all the points later just to talk about it. But let's go through the side deck here. So we have triple Flying Sea. So Flying Sea is a pretty good card in this format because your opponent can't link away the Flying Sea and get rid of it that easily. They have to do something in order to get rid of it in order to exceed with it. Otherwise, they're stuck not being able to do anything. So Flying Sea, good against certain decks. I'm not exactly sure what it's good against right now. If you don't play a Flying Sea, you can play something like Exceed Encore. You can play Ultimate Slayer. You can play a couple other removal, but or you can even play like Shared Ride or something like that. But that's free for now. We've got the 2D Crow, 2 Skullmeisters, a little bit of Graveyard Hate. I'm not too sure what they are good yet, or what are good for, but they're free, so why not? We have Triple Dark Ruler. Same thing, you can play Ultimate Slayer, but Ultimate Slayer I like playing if I had extra deck room, but I don't have any extra deck room for like an Entis or something like that, so just, Triple Dark Ruler, Triple Cyclone there, and then Double Eradicator. We can cheese the game sometimes if we go first and we can E-Rat someone. Also, this works well with Assault Synchron, so if you E-Rat someone, Assault Synchron's in the graveyard, you can bring back that dragon again. So that's it for the side deck. I'm not too sure what's the best way to build the side deck right now. I kind of have a couple cards going second, a couple cards going first. But yeah, let me know what you guys think should be in the side deck. I've seen some other cool tech choices, but for now these are the cards I have, and just stick with it for now. Anyways, guys, that's basically the whole deck. So let me talk about the points, right? So let me pull out the cards that cost points to play, and then give you the breakdown of that, and then we'll end the video from there. So give me a second. All right, I think I got everything here. So let's talk about it real quick. Oh, I forgot the extra deck because some of the stuff in here costs points too. Okay, all right. So I think that's everything. So we have triple Allure, so that's 30 points there. We have triple Droll, so that's another 30 points. This is 60 points, right? So 60 points in here, and then you have. Sorry, this is not 60 points. This is 30 points. So you have 15 points, another 15 points. So that's 30 points here. You have triple Veiler, which is 21 points. So this alone right here is 51 points, right? So 51 points for this top portion. And then the rest of your points are in some other stuff here. So you have Borastorm, 20 points. Dissipator, 10 points. So that's 30 points there. This makes it 35. And then finally, you have Blackwing Elite. So 35 plus 13 makes it 38, I believe. So, or sorry, 48 points. So yeah, 48 plus 51. So that's 99 points. Missing one extra point, but I really don't know what any other 1 point card would be worth adding to the deck. So what you could do here is if you wanted to play maybe a second Assault Synchron, you can downgrade maybe 2 Veilers to Ghost Ogre or something like that. That'll give you extra 4 points, 4 to 5 points there. You can add on another Assault Synchron. That'll bring it up to a even flat 100 points. You can cut out Dissipator if you wanted to play something else. This will give you another 10 points. You can cut out Allure if you wanted to. I don't recommend it. I like Allure, but it's nice to have that draw power in the deck. Granted, it does make your deck a little bit more weak to Droll and Lockbird, but Blackwings already have an inherent weakness against Droll. But that's really it. You're okay against Ash Blossom. Like, you search so much that one Ash Blossom isn't really going to stop you, but a nice, well-placed Droll and Lockbird will. So just be careful of Droll. So with the point breakup, I tried to have it, a little bit of consistency for the deck, a little bit of power cards to play, a little bit of disruption, and a little bit of utility. So the main thing with GENESYS is you kind of have to pick a spot that you want your deck to be in, right? You can pick a card like Confiscation, or Triple Pot of Greed, something like that. You want to make your deck, really powerful in one aspect, but lose out on some other. For me, with Blackwings, I decided to kind of spread the points across multiple cards to kind of give it a nice balance rather than spending on like 2 Maxis or something like that, where it's like 50 points each, right? So yeah, that's how I just decided to go with my point distribution. But yeah, let me know how you guys, or what you guys think. What do you guys think of, what I should change in the deck? If anything, this is just kind of a draft at this point. I haven't really got to test it out too much. Kind of just what I had, an idea I had in my head on how to kind of build a deck. Anyways, that's basically it. If you have any comments, questions, leave that down below, and I will try to answer it to the best of my abilities. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.